Hello, in this video we're going to take a look at event monitoring, which is part of the Zend server package that you have as part of your Zend Developer Cloud. To access your Zend server instance, you can go to the individual container that you have, and up here on the right you will have a link that says Access Zend Server, and it will bring you to the instance of Zend server for your container. If we go now to Rule Management, we can see a list of all the different events that Zend server is going to be watching for. We have a number of individual application deployment events here. But during development, the more common ones you're going to see are after the application deployment. So we have things like database errors, failed writing code tracing data, fatal PHP errors, high memory usage, things of that nature. And this is all going to be happening automatically behind the scenes, and so your application doesn't actually need to know about it. So for example, say we have part of our application, I have a WordPress instance here, and say our application at some point in time just throws an exception. The opposite of the hello world. We go back to our container and we'll run it, and we get a 500 internal server error. Now typically this would be something that's accidental, but in this case we had to force an error to show it. We go to our monitor and we go to our events, and we see that we now have a fatal PHP error. We can go in here and we can see that the exception was thrown, goodbye cruel world. This is for a fatal error. We can also do it for long-running requests. So say we wanted to sleep for 10 seconds. We go back to our instance of WordPress, and we wait for the 10-second timeout to expire. And now we go back to our Zend server instance and see that we now have a severe slow request execution time. As part of our request, we also can see data information. So we can see get and post data if they were passed. So if we were to drop this down just a little bit, and we were to put in a query string of something, and while we're waiting for this one to run, we can go back to our event now. We see another one has occurred, and we see that we have our get information in there as well. We also can see our server information here as well, which we can actually then use to run some kind of diagnostics. So since we're using Zend Studio in this instance, we can go down to our targets here, and we will click on this and we'll open up an SSH tunnel. And we can then take this event and debug it on our local machine.